Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Carl Piltz, and in this video we're going to talk about the foods that make us gain the most weight. So what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about the concept of blood sugar and how your body processes carbohydrates. A few things that we'll be talking about are good carbs versus bad carbs, how fiber plays a role, and something called the blood sugar roller coaster. Let's start with identifying the different types of carbohydrates that you'll run into out there. We can separate them basically into three categories: sugar, white carbs, or processed carbs, or refined carbs, you'll hear them called, and then whole grains. So let's see what types of foods are included in each category. The first category is sugar, and in that category are things like white table sugar, any type of candy, any type of soda, sport drinks, Gatorade, Powerade, all those type of things. Fruit juices. Fruit juices can be just as bad because they don't have any fiber in them. We'll go through that in a little bit. Frozen yogurt is on this list. One of the worst things that we ever did was trade full-fat ice cream for low-fat frozen yogurt, because all they did was replace all the fat calories with sugar calories. What types of foods are white or processed carbohydrates? Well, white bread, white flour, white rice, white pasta, any types of cookies, muffins, basically everything that comes in a box out of the store. Unless it says 100% whole grain. And that brings us to whole grains. The foods that are classified as whole grains will say on the package 100% whole wheat bread, 100% whole wheat pasta, 100% whole wheat flour. Whole fruit can be put in this category because of the fiber, which we'll talk about in a second. Brown rice, quinoa, oats, kasha, farro, wheat berries are all types of whole grains that you can buy pretty easily in all major grocery stores now. And then beans can also be thrown in this category because of all the fiber that they have. So at the end of this, what I'm going to show you is that these three types of carbohydrates can basically be put into one of two groups: quick carbs and slow carbs. Sugar and white carbohydrates go into the quick carb category. Whole grains go into the slow carb category. And I will show you what quick and slow mean. But for right now, that's how we can categorize them: quick carbs and slow carbs. And at the end, we'll go through how to read some labels so that you can pick the right kinds of carbohydrates out for you. So how does our body process carbohydrates? Well, let's take a look at what happens in our body whenever we eat carbohydrates. The first thing is any carbohydrates that we eat gets turned into blood sugar. Our digestive enzymes take any carbohydrates and break them down into blood sugar, also known as glucose. That is what's happening during digestion. After it's broken down into glucose, or blood sugar, that sugar will go into our bloodstream and travel all throughout our body to go feed our brain, our muscles, whatever body system that needs glucose. So how are these three categories of carbs different from each other? The difference is how long it takes to digest these carbs. Sugar digests very, very quickly. White carbohydrates digest very quickly, not quite as quickly as sugar, but they still digest very, very quickly. Fruit digests slowly, and whole grains digest very slowly. So why is this? Why this difference in the speed of digestion? And it's because of fiber. Sugar has no fiber in it naturally, so it digests very quickly. White carbohydrates have all the fiber removed during manufacturing. When wheat is manufactured into white flour, they remove the bran and the germ. That is where all the fiber is. It's also where all the vitamins and protein are, but they remove it during manufacturing. Fruit has plenty of fiber in it naturally. That's why it digests slower. And whole grains also have plenty of fiber naturally. So that's why those types of carbohydrates digest very slowly. So how exactly does fiber help? One way to think about it that makes it very easy to remember is to think about an apple. Soluble fiber can be thought of like the flesh of an apple. The flesh of an apple holds all the juice. And when we chew the flesh, we squeeze the juice out of the pulp with our teeth. Then all that goes into our stomach, and then that pulp starts to reabsorb everything that's in our stomach, including carbs. This is why fiber slows the absorption of carbohydrates. It's because the fiber soaks up everything, and it kind of makes the whole mess move more slowly through our digestive system.